Well, hello and good afternoon, everybody. It is a rainy day here in Nashville. It's about a week or so now. It's the Thursday after the eScrap e-reuse conference, and we had a great show. Many of you we got a chance to see, make some new friends as well. But there were a lot of folks that I know that couldn't be there or decided to put their resources into other shows and other activities, so we didn't get a chance to talk to you. So I wanted to take this opportunity to just kind of review what we shared while we were at eScrap. We had an opportunity on Monday of last week at 11 a.m. to have a first ever TERRA session at one of these conferences. So we invited our members and potential members to come in and share a little bit about what we've been doing and what we're up to and what's happening, and kind of celebrate those that have been with us for a while and just kind of talk about what the future looks like. So I'd like to spend a few minutes. I'm going to do an abbreviated version of that presentation, hopefully abbreviated, because I do have a tendency to speak a lot. But I want to make sure that we kind of go over through the information and we get to share the hot news that we released last week now to everybody. So I'm hoping that you can see the presentation here. If not, when I send out the email to everybody, I'm going to include a link to this online presentation that we have up at Canva. It will live there for a while. There's a QR code associated with it. You can scan it. You can watch it on your phone, watch it on any device, and it's all interactive. So whenever you see like a graphic, if you're actually looking at this online, and click through all of our images, our hot links. We'll take you to URLs and that sort of thing. So just keep that in mind. And at the end, there's no room for Q&A here since this is just me today. But if you do have some questions about this presentation, just contact me. So all my contact information, again, is at the end of this presentation. So I'll look forward to hearing from you then. But I'm going to get right into it. So, back in 2019 is when TERRA started. And actually, our first event was the eScrap e-reuse, or just the eScrap conference then, down in Orlando. And basically, the whole organization was founded on this simple idea that we have here, that not all electronics reuse and recycling is the same. That those folks that are our members, those that are e-stewards and R2 certified, or both, do go that extra mile. Do take sustainability seriously, employee health and safety seriously, and put that and demonstrate that on a daily basis. So those organizations that have made that extra investment, that have that extra scrutiny and transparency that they're offering, deserve to have the majority of the material, I think, going your way, because you're handling and processing in a way that's above board and following best practices. So this organization, it was really geared towards doing that. And as we've grown, we went from one facility back, or actually two facilities when we first started that first show. We've rapidly grown to over 120 facilities now across 9 countries. So a testament to you all. In difficult times, especially during the pandemic, this organization grew quickly because you all believed in that simple concept that what you guys do is different. And then all of our organizations that are part of TERRA, must be a requirement that you maintain your e-stewards or your R2 certification, because you guys are the ones handling it, again, in a sustainable manner. So, our organization was built around this kind of concept here, which is that our alliance is committed to maximizing the sustainable reuse and recycling of electronics, protecting human health, the environment, and by maximizing the material that's going to be handled in a responsible manner. So our job is to divert as much equipment as we can to you all. As we've grown, we've got a lot of opportunity to do that, and we will continue to do so. So what is the Alliance? The Alliance is more than just our certified recyclers, although that's our key component. It's that we are bringing together organizations that are, in the industry and outside of the industry together to find a place where they can start talking about the importance of certified recycling, the importance of just electronics recycling in general, because it's often forgotten about in terms of paper, plastic, glass, and others, as you guys well know. So we're elevating that conversation. And we're going out into the marketplace, screaming at the top of our lungs, telling your story that certification matters. And that's really kind of the focus of all of what we're doing. So we began as like a marketing organization focused on talking about why certification is important, why it matters. And as we've now grown and we've become really a magnet for opportunities for other organizations within the space and beyond, we're helping connect our members together, connect opportunities together, and get things moving. So as I mentioned, we are more than just our certified recyclers, again, although it's kind of the top of our pyramid. We have our allied members. Those are people that you guys kind of use every day. You know, Blanco and JK Logistics and SDS Logistics and a whole host of others that are great service and solutions providers that are not certified. So they're not out there competing for you, competing against you. They're out there trying to help you grow your bottom line. So they're a valuable resource to us. They provide a lot of our content for like our Terra Third Thursday webinars and other things. So, you know, a critical part of our organization. The first couple of years as we've been going here, the focus has been, you know, kind of growing that certified base, growing that allied base. And now that we have a strong industry footprint, we're kind of moving beyond that into the consumer and business to business world. So that's where our sustainer members and our common cause memberships come in. That's where we're bringing in new opportunities into the organization. So that's going to be taking, you know, a lot more priority as we go forward. And we have some initiatives that we're going to be sharing here at the end that relate specific to those. So here is, again, another, when you're looking at this presentation, like on your desktop, you'd be able to click this map and go through it. This is just kind of a quick snapshot of all those different dots. Here are our members. Again, we are in 9 countries. So as you zoom out, you'll see even more members, more dots across the map. So we are very proud of this. We are the largest network of certified electronics, ITAD and e-scrap recycling providers anywhere. Oh, and I clicked on that, so it's going to bring us back to, yeah, here's some of those, you know, those points that weren't show us kind of some of our international footprint, an area we're going to be focusing on a little bit more as we go into 2024. So here, kind of moving on. Oh, it keeps going back to that. I apologize for that. I need to be off that. Every time we click an image, it's going to go to the URL, so I got to be off an image. These are some of our founding members. These are our top 10. These are all the folks that joined us in 2019 as we were still a struggling organization. So I just wanted to quickly just highlight them. You know, Infinite Electronics was the first. They saw a news article about the organization being formed, called us up, said, hey, we want in. And then these others in short order, you know, they also saw the value of investing at first in the idea of marketing the industry, that it needed it. And still does, and we still do that. But now it's, you know, again, starting to bring some opportunities to the table for everybody as well. Oh, again, I keep clicking on the wrong things here. I do believe there's a hidden link there. Okay, here we go. So here's a list of all of our allied members. It continues to grow. Quick mention, I just have to say it because I'm going to be using it during the course of this presentation. This is courtesy of Chip Sales. They have some of the best swag, and I'm so pleased that they gave me this. I used their hoodie on the way to and from on the airport because it's perfect when you go up at altitude and it's cold. You put that hoodie on, it's perfect. So thank you, Pam at Chip Sales. Moving on here. Oh, there's our allied members. Again, clicks, all these links go off to our web pages and other places. So then here as we start getting and start establishing those business-to-business relationships, those consumer relationships that we're bringing more people to the table and educating them on why what you guys do is important. Avid, we have a program with our Done With It program. That's our, you know, our consumer electronics take back piece. And that's where we have Avid as an ally in that. Pixera Global, important. We're going to talk about that at the end, a brand new one that's going to opening up a lot of opportunities, not only for what we're doing in terms of, you know, the organization's mission, but bringing some real, you know, bottom line results to you guys. So just let's hang out for that. We'll talk about that at the end. And then we're involved in digital inclusion programs and other things that are, you know, looking and positioning the industry and what you all do in the right light. So here's just a list of some of our common cause partners. Digitunity is one of those that we work in with the digital inclusion space. And these other folks are people that, you know, that we're doing a lot of, you know, joint partnerships with and marketing programs with. So this is a quick allied member spotlight. So this was, we talked about this at the show, and this is still a valid thing. RGX, Recycle Global Exchange, joined us last year. They have an interesting platform where they're kind of doing business development for you guys, where they're coming up with scrap jobs, that sort of thing, putting it on their website, and allowing you guys to bid on it. Really kind of helping shrink logistics and provide people with opportunities all over the country. If you haven't signed up with them, I would encourage you to give them a call. They've also kind of started to dabble, I believe, in the resale space with doing some ITAD resales, so they might be able to help you out with that as well. They get a lot of raw materials. As I mentioned, a lot of scrap stuff. They have some very good partnerships with people in the telecom business, so they get a lot of aluminum scrap and other things. So again, if you haven't talked to them, you should. And they were offering, and still are, to the end of this month, which I guess is just a couple days away now, a discount for new members. So we thank them for that. But as I mentioned, we're kind of moving in the area of helping our members do more. And that is, through our certified member programs like Terra Connect, 120 facilities, part of our network. We're getting a lot of inbound inquiries these days. So we're sending more and more of those to our partners. Terra, we are a membership organization. We are not a facility. So we don't handle any of this material. It's all for you guys. So as we get leads, we do distribute them. This is an area that I encourage everybody to take advantage of. We're going to start making this a little bit more formal as we get kind of official dossiers on some of our members, but we do a lot of matchmaking for those that ask. Hey, I'm in Nashville. I need a partner in Southern California. Who have you got? We're marrying up, our partners a lot in that space. So if you find yourself either have a remote client or an opportunity somewhere else that, being a partner with one of our other allied, with one of our members would be of value to you, give us a contact and we'll do what we can to make introductions for you. Another kind of underutilized component is our listserv. So many of you will see where you've received messages from a member. We have a single email address where you can send out a blast message to all of your certified colleagues in the association. It's used for asking questions. Hey, I'm think maybe about battery safety. It could be that you're looking for a vehicle or a shredder, or maybe you're trying to sell or buy some equipment. Use that. Some of these areas we're going to get more formalized with, but it's a great resource that allows you to contact your colleagues instantly. We do our monthly webinars, kind of like this, but we do them usually on the third Thursdays, and we talk about topics from, data destruction and battery safety and other things like that. And we've got an archive of them up on our website. And then our allied members, utilize them. Chip sales, others, great discounts for our members. They're there to serve you. So don't forget about those folks when you've got needs in your four walls. So things that are coming is, we've kind of used the listserv as kind of a rudimentary want to buy, want to sell platform. We're going to be enhancing that with some partnerships that we're looking at to give you guys a kind of a real, kind of separate area where you guys can go buy and sell equipment. And then this is interesting. This was an Aaron Zepper idea that I've been working on for some time. It's been going around the back of my head over at DMD, which was an RFP network. So I know some of you, single facility, maybe a couple of facilities, even if you have more. If you want to be a part of a group that when people are pitching business for a larger opportunity, want to be instantly where there's information to be able to grab, that I know these other 10 partners or these other 15 or however many partners are willing to be part of a a joint RFP submission, so I can flex my muscles and be a little bit larger and have access to some bigger opportunities maybe than a single facility I might otherwise get. We're going to be pulling that together for our members here too. Kind of an enhanced version of our matchmaking program. So, then on our consumer side, this is kind of where we move into our brand, now our consumer brand, and that's done with it. So done with IT or done with it, we kind of just have simplified it as just simply done with it. And once you start saying done with it, you can't stop. So this will get stuck in your brain. I promise you, it's stuck in mine. So it is a umbrella for multiple different programs that we've got. So we do on-site collections. We help our try to bring those opportunities to you all where you guys can come in and do them. We're working on some of those in the Louisville market right now. Digital inclusion, as I mentioned, partnership with Digitunity. We're doing some programs with the city of Philadelphia, the city of Louisville, the U.S., the Major League Soccer team, the Portland Thorns, and they're in the National Women's Soccer League team affiliate, the Portland Timbers. Or Portland Timbers and Portland Thorns, I got that reversed. But again, that's a great program for us to get out there and talk about why certification matters, why what you guys do is important, and bringing these materials back into the hands of people who need it is a great story. And done with it as our, moving on here to like our mail-in recycling program. That was one of our first initiatives, was to start taking in e-scrap from consumers through the mail. And there's a charge for it. We have a charge for a 10-pound box or 15-pound box. And right now we have 25 of our member facilities across the US and Canada that have some exclusive territories that are basically interested in being part of that program. And just in the last 15 months, we're not processing a whole lot of material, as you might imagine. Consumers paying for their own recycling, but it is generating a ton of good vibes, good press. Over 1,500 articles in the last 12 months, reaching 1.5 potential billion readers. So this is where our mechanism for getting that message about certified recycling, why it's important. So here's just a quick, again, this is an interactive presentation. When you do have some time, you can jump into it. A little video here for an event we did here in Bellevue, Tennessee, which is actually my backyard, with one of our member partners, actually our third member, Omega Recycling in Jackson, Tennessee. Our digital inclusion program, I mentioned some of our partners, Digitunity, I mentioned the programs, but then we've got some of our recyclers that are also involved in this because they're kind of like the first step. We're bringing devices in, we're bringing them to the certified facility, and they're doing what you all do, which is make sure data is destroyed and kind of sort and settling these materials as they come in. That this is, this one's too old, that's truly end of life. This one's capable of refurbishment, and they're either doing the refurbishment or passing it along to one of the Digitunity refurbisher network people to get done. So it's been a really positive relationship with everybody that's been involved. So I appreciate all of them. But like I said, this is the mail recycling program, 25 facilities that are partners in here, US and Canada, great story base, but also, providing that recycling that could be of value to, any one of our members. We still have areas for sponsorships where you could be the designated collector in a particular area. We want to make sure we're shrinking logistics to its maximum without having, too much crossover. We're not going to have, 2 processors in Nashville, for instance, but we do have some areas in the Southeast, in the mountain states that don't have as much coverage as we would like, that if you're interested in the program, you can contact us and we can review it with you. That's where we're doing the consumer programs, consumer boxes, looking to getting back into some fundraising things. That door is opened up for doing like school fundraisers, which is going to be really exciting based on this new relationship we'll be talking about with TERRA Global here in just a minute. So here are the companies that I mentioned, 25 facilities across the US and Canada that are, the front line of collecting this material right now. These are the ones that are participating in that. So if you want to join this group and there is some, there's an opportunity available in your marketplace, we'd love to talk to you. This is what that particular map looks like. And those again are just the done with it sponsors, just the folks that are taking the material from the consumer recycling program. So as we go forward, becoming a sponsor, again, there are certain markets that we're still available to have sponsors in them. And the way that works is that the material that we send to you through the mail, you can pay 25 cents a pound to process it. And we do have a list of, material that's acceptable and material that's unacceptable. So that material goes to those folks. But our other members can get involved too. They can simply, we will provide a tracking code to any one of our members that they can use for this program and provide to their, their clients, employees, to be able to, or even a community that you're serving with a collection event. You're going to be there one day, the other 364 days, provide them with this promo code so they can recycle their things, responsibly through the mail. And you might not be processing it, but we're offering a referral partner processing fee of 15 cents per pound for those that just simply are the reference behind an order. So that's really exciting. And then, as I mentioned a little while ago, fundraising, a new pricing model that we have for our shipping rates based on this TERRA Global partnership I'm going to keep talking about and we'll talk about here in just a minute, has allowed us to now be able to do where we can be able to provide money back for people that are, for organizations, nonprofits, schools, and others that participate in our Done With It consumer electronics recycling program. Interest in any of those, please contact me. So this is kind of where we're getting into the new kind of exciting stuff that we launched last week at eScrap. And this is taking our Done With It consumer mail-in program and providing, now a mechanism for you all as businesses to provide this to your customers, to provide this to, whomever, you might have a client that has remote employees, or you may be collecting materials from all over the country from a particular client, and you're managing that shipping, and it's really kind of a headache. This is a way to potentially simplify those things and get them done a lot more efficiently. So, kind of the way we presented this to everybody is that, do you have a client with a remote workforce? Do you have one that has you need a returns platform for whatever reason? And if you are, do you need that advanced tracking system? Do you need a client portal for them to be able to get in and take a look at things? Are you manually processing this now? Have you got a couple of people that are doing kind of like nonstop work at the shipping station? Do you want to cut your operational costs? And do you have an interest in saving up to 33% on shipping? And that could be a little low in certain areas. We've done some one-on-one challenges versus shipping rates versus our new shipping rate versus what kind of people would pay in general. I've seen upwards of 60% discount. So we'd love to take a Pepsi challenge with you to see, can we save you money on shipping? Because if you can, this program that we're about to announce is going to basically pay for itself. The first of this came about because this program that we're doing with Avid headsets. They're the brand you've never heard of. If you've ever been to a gym, like at a hotel or at an airline, schools, they provide headsets to kind of like a business-to-business clientele. So you're not going to find those at Walmart or at a consumer electronics store. But they're providing, a recycling program for those people that are their buyers, and they're using the Done With It network for that. So that program continued to grow. Needing a really solid platform and back end to handle that became very critical, and that's where EverCycle came in. So we married kind of the Done With It brand and the EverCycle technology to kind of bring this all together. And right as that was finishing up, right as we were kind of just drying the ink on getting this first program up and running, it came knocking on our door. This nonprofit organization out of DC, Pixera Global, was tasked by Federal Express. Federal Express has a certified recycling facility, R2V3, in Lebanon, Tennessee, not too far down the road from Terra. And they wanted to do a beta test, a little pilot project, a couple months long, to see if recycling consumer electronics, tablets and laptops, if there was enough, part harvesting and or refurbishment of devices for the digital inclusion platform, that it made sense to maybe open up their doors to consumer materials, because they've always been handling just business to business equipment. So we're just kind of starting that project. And I know a lot of people might think, well, why would Federal Express use the Done With It mail-in program? They're Federal Express. Well, it's a good thought. It's a good question. And the short answer was they really needed a consumer brand to get out there and try to encourage consumer equipment to come flowing through the door. So they partnered with us to get that done. And the great thing about that is they recognize that if we just simply had, our run-of-the-mill shipping rates, that we were going to eat into this the pilot project's, funding really fast. Why would they just simply give us a much better shipping rate and a discount? So we're not, because it's going to them anyway. We're using Federal Express for the shipment. So they gave us a really great shipping rate. And that opened up this new opportunity. So we're marrying our new shipping rate, which I've mentioned just previously, that can get up to like 60% savings, with the EverCycle technology to allow you now to have a portal, not something that goes and gets sent out to other members, but gets sent back directly to you. So if you have clients that you want to open up a portal for, if you want to open up a portal, your own consumer portal that goes to you, this is the enabling technology that will now help you do that. So we've kind of broken it up into three categories. We've got a copper level, a silver, and gold. And the way it breaks down is this. Our copper level is our least expensive, and you still maintain the Done With It brand. So your portal would be Done With It branded. So if it was your brand.donewithit.org or your client.donewithit.org. So this way, it's a little bit less expensive, but the value to us and to our members is that ultimately we're building the Terra brand by having more people utilize the Terra brand and the Done With It brand. The second level, our silver level, is simply that, again, you're going to be using our shipping rates just like you will with copper, using Terra's and Done With It's new shipping rates, but you're going to white label it. So it's going to be yourcompany.com, returns.yourbrand.com, or your client dot your brand, however you want to do it. It's white labeled. It's not affiliated with a done with it brand. It's all looks like it's coming seamlessly from you. And then our third level is gold, and that is Terra. You guys have a great new shipping pricing structure for your UPS ground or your Federal Express ground, but we want to use our own. But we do love that EverCycle technology. We want that piece. We want to be able to share that. We want to create that portal. We need that. So that's kind of our gold level. It's more of a reverse logistics as a service. You're kind of buying on the technology that enables that. So that's what we started talking about with people at eScrap, and seem to get a lot of initial interest in that. Again, this is something brand new. It just kind of snuck up on us as an opportunity to be able to say, we just negotiated a great rate on shipping and we've got great technology. Let's see if we can marry this together and give our customers, our members, a benefit. So if you're interested in it, please contact us. There's more, the portal is really robust. Just getting a demo of this EverCycle technology, you'll be very impressed. So, encouraging you guys just to ask us more about what we're doing, how this program could potentially benefit you, and we'd love to have that conversation. So again, here and the QR code at the bottom, another thing you could shoot, get this presentation on your phone, share it to your desktop, be able to click on all the links is available to you. But I just wanted to just take this moment at the end, because I've been rushing and talking quickly, to thank everybody for the ride that has been these last couple of years with Terra. We're going to be celebrating our 5th year in 2024, and we're gearing up for that in ways to really kind of hopefully blow the lid off this organization. So all of you that have been there from the beginning, that have joined us subsequently, that have supported our mission to get out into that marketplace, to talk why certification is important, why it matters, and if you utilize some of our programs to partner with your fellow colleagues in this space and build new business relationships. The trust you put into us and the continued support you've given us is a real honor. And I want to thank all of you and every one of our membership categories from the bottom of my heart for that continued support. We're looking every day trying to find ways to deliver additional value to you, and knowing that you guys have been supporters of us for as long as you have humbles us, and we'll just want to again say thank you. So please contact me anytime here. I want to help you. I want to connect you with our members. I want to see what we can do to help accelerate your business within this organization. So I look forward to talking with you more in the days and months to come. And not exactly sure when I'm going to see you next in terms of a trade show, probably the Reverse Logistics show in February, but we'll let you know if we're going to be anywhere before then. We'll be doing returning to our Terra Third Thursday series next month, and just keep your ears open. A lot going on. Thanks again. Look forward to talking with you soon.